I'm just here to fight. I fight for Showtime, and I have a manager, so you know, it's whatever. I don't know what's going on, but
If that fight was to happen,
they'll have to work that out.
how do you see that fight possibly going if that fight was to take place?
I see me putting punches on him, and you know, maybe him try to take me down too and get caught in a choke, something like that. He could run me. He could run from me, and I run him down, and then I run him down, take him down, and beat him on the ground. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I could see that fight going a lot of different ways. You know, it's whatever. I'm not really impressed with Paul Daley, and you know, as a mixed martial artist, he's just got a great stand-up. Sure, he hits, you know, has good knockout power. And you know, I wouldn't judge him from the Scott Smith fight. You know, that's a matchup for Scott Smith. He hits a little bit harder, and Scott Smith, you know, I know who Scott Smith is. You got to remember, I live in, you know, like Stockton and Lodi. He lives in Elk Grove, right down the road. This guy has never come down to work out with me in the past. You know, we made our debut in the same day in like a Warriors Challenge. And this guy has never done anything to up his game by like coming to train and learning jiu-jitsu, becoming more technical, having better sparring. I used to work out at Kickboxing Inc. With Eric Regan and Chris Cruz and a bunch of guys out there that, you know, really good pro boxers. And he would come in once in a while and he would work out in the cardio kickboxing class. And I always knew, you know, that's not going to help him, this guy. So he does his Taibo or whatever. You know what I mean? And then Paul Daley knocks him out, and everybody's like, "Oh, look at Paul Daley, he knocks this guy out quicker than you." And I'm like, well, you know, I went out, I made a show on Scott Smith because I knew that was the guy to do that to. And he was foolish for taking a fight with me in the first place. He was foolish for not coming to train with me for his other fights that he lost too, because I'm right down the road. And you know, he was provided the opportunity more than once. I even ran into him once or twice at Fairtex before we ever fought, and he avoided training. So, you know, I don't have any faith in guys like this that have the opportunity to better themselves and don't do it. And, you know, so he loses to Paul Daley, so, you know, whatever.
If they do match you with Daley, you think you'll approach the same way as you did tonight?
I don't know. I might just do karate.
Yeah. How do you think that was fair?
Some wushu.
He's a guy that kicks really hard. I mean, some of the things he does, he's a better puncher than Cyborg. Do you think it'd be a mistake to stand in front of him the way you did Cyborg?
No, I don't. I think that if I'm gonna be fighting Paul Daley, I'm gonna have to get in there and we're gonna have to see how that's gonna be. But I'm not gonna have any further comments towards that fight that I don't even know if it is or isn't gonna happen. And if it is, I definitely, you know, I'm done commenting on how I'm gonna fight that guy. So I'm sure he knows what's gonna happen to him if he steps in there to fight me. I'm sure that everybody that steps in there to fight me knows what I'm gonna bring to the table. And all they can really do is just try to talk me and minimize what I've done in the past and what I might do to them, you know. So